I don't believe in a white Jesus with blue eyes. No.
Jesus belongs to Africa.
Hi everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Claudia Works, for those who are new here, and for the returning subscribers, thank you so much for always coming back to support this beautiful girl. And if you're watching this video and you have not subscribed, kindly consider subscribing. It's free. So on today's video, we are diving deep into a very sensitive topic about black and white Jesus. Do you believe in the white Jesus or do you believe in the black Jesus? So before you come and judge me in the comment, make sure you watch this video till the end, and also let me know what you think about this video, and let's keep the conversation going. Okay? Yes. And before I start the video, let's watch this small clip.
And don't you black people ever forget one thing. The man that helped Jesus carry that cross was a black man. And don't ever forget another thing. As much as he does to Europe and Asia, he was born in that part of the world that touches Africa and Asia and Europe, and Jesus was not a white man like me, nor was he as black as some of you. We don't know what the color of his skin, but it must have been a dark color like the people of his day, because he was a man like them. Don't ever say it's a white man's religion or a black man's religion. It's a world religion. He belongs to the world.
And many Christians, some of you are watching me right now, you are mad.
5.
You're getting angry. You're getting worked up because I am saying that I don't believe in a white Jesus with blue eyes. No, you cannot say that. You are denying Jesus. Why did you allow the white people to make a white idol and you never complained? Now I'm saying it, you are getting angry. Why are you angry? You are not angry with me. You are angry with yourself. That you have been lied to for a long time. And for the first time you meet information on your face, and it's causing lots of what we call here psychological misunderstanding, cognitive dissonance in more professional psychological language. It's your own conflict in your own mind with your own belief system. Decolonize God. Number 2, decolonize humanity. We cannot be taken only as Africans who don't have a soul. We are Africans. We are Al-Kebalam. We are Bantu. And for this reason, when they tell us that you are slaves, you are less than nothing. Africans are animals. Africans are this. Africans are this. This dehumanizes us. And if we are to use the Bible as a text, it says we are created in the image of God. And if therefore we are animals, then God is an animal also. If we are stupid, then God is stupid also. And if we are less than human, then God is also less than human. Because what we say, we are in the image of the one who created us. Then we look like the one who has created us. And he who insults me, insults the one who has created me and has made me to be what I am. Therefore, an African must also have permission to identify with a God that looks like him. Yes, Buddhas in China, they can talk to their own Buddha. And the white people can create their own Messiah also, that blue-eyed boy, and hang them around. That's for them. Yes. So what's wrong if he's an African? And if it does not matter whether Jesus is black or white, then can we please have a Chinese one? Can we please have an Indian God also? Because it does not matter. Then all of a sudden, no, we cannot make him anything except white. Then you are giving white people an unnecessary privilege to terrorize the rest of us with their white concept of superiority, which translates itself into politics. We shall conclude there. Then thirdly, we need to decolonize and deconstruct the Messiah, the whole picture of Jesus. If you have a Jesus in your house, a white picture of a Jesus in your house, please burn it. That's a demon that is in your house. If you have a book that has a white picture of a white Jesus on it, please burn that book. Those are white demons. If you have a small little cross on your neck that is hanging with a white Jesus on it, that small little blue-eyed boy, burn it. That is a demon you are carrying in yourself. And we cannot as black people be calling on white demons to oppress us and evoking them, calling these white spirits to come and have superiority over us. The true God of the Bible was not a white man. Madagascar is 100 and something, 200 kilometers away from Africa. It's part of Africa. Yet North Africa, which is Israel, is separated by the Suez Canal and is not part of Africa. And this canal was dug a few days ago. Are you okay in your head? We are on the same platonic stone, Africa and Middle East. And God created a garden east of Eden. Therefore, Africa is Eden. We need to decolonize this Jesus story and throw away a white Jesus with his idols. I don't believe in a white movie star from Hollywood who is supposed to have come around and saved me from my sins. How can a white boy with blue eyes die for Africans when they cannot even share land with us? Show me one white man who has died for a black man. Show me one white man. 25 million people dead in the sea on their way to America for slavery. 15 million people dead in Congo. 25 plus 15, 40 million plus people dead. And all their blood means nothing except the blood of a white boy. If you are going to do theology, do it correctly. Do it correctly. And give me an option. If I want to believe in a white Jesus, I'll believe in a white Jesus. If I want to believe in a black Jesus, I'll believe in a black Jesus. But if you want to be true to the biblical text, then be honest as theologians. And I'm embarrassed to be sitting here as a theologian together with some of my theological friends who have gone to school to study. And when you come out of school to study, we actually continue to promote the wrong theology and push it in front of our own people. We have become the colonizers ourselves, Uncle Toms, who are sitting on the conscience of our people. Which is wrong. Which is wrong. How do you sleep at night taking money from widows and orphans? How do you sleep at night taking money from people who cannot afford food and bread because Jesus will bless them? For the past 15 years they've been giving their offerings to you and their lives have not changed. What is the problem? Because you don't have faith. You don't have faith. When Amfundis, do you have faith in collecting money from us? So we need to understand and deconstruct the whole picture and ideology of this white Messiah. And as long as we worship a white Messiah, my submission to you is that we are not worshiping the truth of the text. This is an academic exercise we're doing here. If you want to be true to the text, please, I bought a can of Coke. Can I drink the Coke? Can I drink the Coke? Don't tell me just drink as long as you are drinking. I said I want Coke. Therefore, remove the unnecessary iconography.
For many centuries, the image of Jesus Christ has been a symbol of faith, hope, and salvation for millions around the world. But what if the widely accepted image of Jesus we know today is not historically accurate? What if Jesus was in fact a man of color? This question has sparked intense debate and even resistance, particularly among white communities. And in this video, we will explore the complex history and reason behind the difficulty in accepting a black Jesus. From historical evidence to the modern psychological factors, we will dive deep into this compelling topic. So make sure you subscribe and watch this video to the end. To understand the true appearance of Jesus, we must start in 1st century Judea. This region, now the modern Israel and Palestine, was a melting point of ethnicities and cultures. The people living there were predominantly of Middle East descent, characterized by dark skin, dark hair, and dark eyes. Through historical and archaeological evidence supports this. Skeletal remains, contemporary writings, and ancient portraits from the region all suggest a population that looked significantly different from the European portraits of Jesus we often see. And through early Christian art, it offers us a glimpse into how Jesus was initially depicted. And in the first few centuries after his death, Jesus was presented in a variety of ways. And these early depictions were heavily influenced by the local cultures where Christianity used to spread. Interestingly, some of these early images shows Jesus with features that would be considered more ethnically accurate. For example, the frescoes in the Roman catalogs from the 3rd century shows Jesus with short, curly hair and a complexion that suggests Middle East heritage. And as Christianity expanded into Europe, the depiction of Jesus began to change. The European artists started to portray Jesus in a way that reflected their own cultural and racial identities. And this shift was not just artistic, but also ideological, as it helped embed Christianity deeply within European societies. And also the influence of Greek and Roman art also played a role in shaping these images. The adoption of Greco-Roman artistic styles led to Jesus being portrayed within features like long, flowing hair and a serene, almost divine demeanor, aligning with the aesthetic of classical deities. Also, as Christianity spread through the Roman Empire, its portrayal of Jesus underwent significant changes. The conversion of the Roman Empire, Constantine in the early 4th century, marked a turning point. Constantine's Edict of Milan in 1313 AD legalized Christianity, leading to its rapid expansion throughout Europe. And note that this expansion was not merely a spread of religious beliefs, but also of cultural values. As Christianity entered predominantly Europe regions, the local cultures and ethnics began to shape how Jesus was depicted. This Europeanization process gradually transformed Jesus' image into that aligned with Western ideals. And in the early Middle Ages, Christian art became increasingly influenced by the European traditions. And the depiction of Jesus began to reflect the features of the European people who were becoming the primary patrons of Christian art. Artists of the Renaissance, such as Leonardo, the Michelangelo, further cemented the European image of Jesus through their iconic work. And so the portrayal of Jesus as a white European became entrenched during this period, influencing not only religious art but also popular culture. And this image became so pervasive that it overshadowed the historical and geographical content of Jesus' life. So the impact of European colonialism further complicated the presentation of Jesus. As European power expanded their empires, they spread Christianity across the globe, often imposing their own cultural and racial views in the process. The colonial powers frequently used Christianity as a tool for cultural assimilations. The white European images of Jesus became a symbol of colonial authority, reinforcing racial hierarchies and justifying the domination of non-European people. Also, not forgetting that missionaries and colonial administrators often portrayed Jesus in ways that aligned with their own racial and cultural norms. This reinforcement of a white Jesus was not just about religious art. It was a part of a broader agenda to promote European values and suppress indigenous cultures. This portrayal had lasting effects. The image of a white Jesus became deeply embedded in the cultures and societies colonized by the European powers, further entrenching racial bias and inequalities. And throughout this history, theological interpretations and church doctrine have played a crucial role in shaping the image of Jesus. Early church leaders and theologians often depicted Jesus in ways that reinforced prevailing cultural and theological ideas. For example, during the Middle Ages, the church teachings emphasized a universal message of salvation, which was often illustrated through a Jesus who appeared culturally familiar to European believers. And this not only reinforced the Eurocentric image of Jesus, but also marginalized other perspectives. And in the modern era, some churches' authorities have acknowledged that need for a more inclusive and accurate presentation of Jesus. However, traditional images remain deeply ingrained in many Christian communities, making change slow and challenging. Now looking at the civil rights movement and changing perception. The civil rights movement of the 1950s and 60s brought up a profound changes in American society, including how race and presentation were perceived. And among many issues addressed was the presentation of Jesus and its implications for racial equality. So the prominent leaders of the civil rights movement, such as Martin Luther King Jr., began to challenge the traditional images of Jesus that depicted him as a white European. King himself noted the impact of these images on our racial identity and justice. He advocated for a more inclusive understanding of Jesus that could resonate with all believers, particularly those in marginalized communities. So, in this, the portrayal of Jesus as a black, or at least more accurately, representative of his Middle Eastern origins became a symbol of empowerment and resistance against the racial injustice. Black churches and artists began to create and promote images of a black Jesus. And this was reflecting both their faith and their struggles for civil rights. And also these new depictions of Jesus were not merely artistic choice. They were deeply political statements. By presenting Jesus as black, these images challenged the dominant white portrayals and asserted the dignity and humanity of black people in a society that had long marginalized them. And so, in recent decades, media and pop culture have played a significant role in shaping public perception of Jesus. With the rise of global media, new portrayals of Jesus Christ have emerged, reflecting diverse perspectives and challenging traditional images. Let's look at the films such as The Last Temptation of Jesus Christ and The Jesus of Nazareth have explored alternative interpretation of Jesus, including those that addresses his racial and cultural identity. These portrayals often spark significant discussions and controversy, reflecting broader societal debates about the race and presentations. And moreover, contemporary art and media often features Jesus in a way that reflects a broader, more inclusive understanding of his identity. Artists from various backgrounds are reimagining Jesus in a ways that challenge the traditional Eurocentric images and offers a more global perspective. And these contemporary depictions are part of a broader trend towards a greater inclusivity and diversity in a religious and cultural representation. They reflect changing attitudes and the ongoing struggles to reconcile historical accuracy with cultural and spiritual needs. So psychologically, understanding why some people resist the idea of a black Jesus involves exploring psychological and sociological factors. Our identities and beliefs are deeply influenced by the images and narratives we encounter throughout our lives. So psychologically, the resistance to a black Jesus can be linked to many things. When confronted with information that conflicts with the deep-held beliefs or cultural norms, people may experience discomfort and denial. For many, the images of our white Jesus is intertwined with their own sense of religious and cultural identity. So, and in sociologically, the image of Jesus Christ has been used to reinforce social hierarchies and power structures. The dominant portrayal of Jesus as white has historically been aligned with our Western values and ideologies. Challenging with the image can be seen as threatening to established norms and power dynamics. So into these historical narratives and educational system often perpetuate these images, further entrenching them into a collective consciousness. And as society becomes more aware of these dynamics, there is a growing movement to re-examine and diversify religious representation. And today, the debate about the presentation of Jesus continues, with scholars, theologians, and artists contributing to an ongoing conversation. And this discussion reflects a broader quest for historical accuracy, cultural inclusivity, and spiritual authenticity. Some argue that a more accurate portrayal of Jesus as a Middle Eastern man helps correct historical inaccuracies and promotes a more inclusive faith. Others see this as an opportunity to re-evaluate how religious image influences social and racial dynamics. Now, the future of religious representation will likely involve a greater emphasis on diversity and historical accuracy. As societies continue to grapple with issues of race and representation, the image of Jesus Christ may evolve to reflect a more nuanced and inclusive understanding. So, as we have explored, the image of Jesus has been shaped by a complex interplay of historical, cultural, and ideological factors. From its origins to its modern manifestations, this image reflects broader societal dynamics and struggles. Understanding the historical context and the reason behind different portrayals can help foster a more inclusive and accurate representation of one of history's most significant figures. So thank you for joining me in this journey to explore the history and cultural implications of Jesus' image. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth exploration of historical and cultural topic. See you in the next video. Bye bye.